What up, guys? Eric here, aka Form Trends. It's been a very good week, and I am very happy to have gotten my hair cut. I had a pretty good interview yesterday with Paul Schneider, if you haven't yet seen that, who is the chair of transportation design at CCS. I'm wearing my sunglasses because it's sunny out and I'm outside of the house, thank God for a change. So this is a very impromptu live because I'm actually here with this. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but it was launched back in 2017 at the Frankfurt Auto Show. This little thing is called the Honda E. It is no longer a concept. It is an actual production car. And it's really, really good. I think it's a little soft. I've been driving it a bit this afternoon. It's an urban car, right? But it's also very premium. And by that, I mean this handle, keys inside, but normally if you'd approach this, the handle would just pop right out to meet you when the key is in your hand. So it just pops right out. Frameless doors. Like, that's pretty cool, right? In a little compact car. I think that's a nice premium touch. But what's really appealing, and let me spin this around, is the interior. So if you look inside, you've got, and let me turn this thing on actually right now. So you've got just a bunch of screens. Oh, let's rock out. Actually, let's not rock out. Turn this off. So you've got a massive screen here in the middle. There's lots of things that I haven't actually even messed around with, but it's all pretty sophisticated. It's all very high class. It feels very premium. You can actually jig these around if you wanted to. So if you had a navigation screen here, for example, you could actually move that over to the passenger side just by flicking a little button. There's so much tech here, but yet they still retained these buttons. So for the audio system, very simple, volume, audio, right? You've got this home button, so you can go back. You can select whatever wallpaper you want as your backdrop, right? There's actually two screens that are your basic infotainment screens here. Then you've got this screen over here, your main kind of digital gauge pack. What's really interesting as well are the fact that you've got the side mirrors are actually cameras. So what's also cool is the fact that you still have mirror controls. So if you wanted to, you could actually move this mirror over just with this conventional switch. So I think that's super cool. And what really amazes me actually about this interior is the perceived quality, right? I mean, this isn't that cheap of a car, but if you look at details like on the steering wheel, for example, there's this piano black applique within the steering wheel on both ends. It gives it this really premium feel, obviously complemented by the IP. I'm not even sure if this is real wood, but it feels like it. It's and it also kind of contributes to the entire message, the eco-friendly aspect. But technology is really like very well integrated. So obviously this is an electric car. You've got, your park, reverse, neutral drive. Everything lights up if you press it. This is your brakes over here. Right down over here is your, I don't even know what that is, to be honest. I forgot what that is. Anyway, what I also like is the storage elements, right? So they've got a little product design thing going on. You've got these that can actually move, so you can put cups in there, or they're various little cubby holes. So if you got like your phone, you want to put it in a smaller one, you can put it in, or you've got a can of Coke or a bottle of water, you want to put in there. So basically, this is my lens cap. You got a couple of things for storage, but they've really kind of thought about a lot of things in here in terms of making the interior quite accommodating. So these little map pockets in here, this is my mask, obviously. We got to be social distancing protocol. But look at the materials. Really, really quite premium. And for the HVAC, you got these very tactile, super, very, very good feeling texturized buttons. Everything's right here. Really simple to use, just great. Also, you've got an additional cup holder here with these little, it's almost like, you know, the little Italian leather strap over here to pull it out. Super convenient. So yeah, I mean, the interior of this car is something that really is very appealing to me. It's not all that spacious. If you guys remember, the original concept was a 2-door. This is a 4-door. So there's a little bit more practicality to it. This is how you open the rear door. You got a little handle right here that's recessed in the quarter light, where the quarter light should be. When you get into the back, I got a bunch of stuff in here, so let me move that. There isn't all that much room. Like, I am 5'9". I'm sitting in the back right now, so the seat is actually, the front seat is ideal for someone of my stature. So not very big, not very tall, and I don't have all that much leg room. But it's pretty comfortable. I mean, when you think about the fact that I'm actually going to be sitting back here whilst I'm going to the shops, or, you know, doing some runabout city activity. So it would be nice if it was a bit more spacious, but somebody's asking what car. This is the Honda E. So Honda E is basically the new electric car from Honda, and they're actually going to be coming out with 6 electric vehicles by 2022, if I'm not mistaken, and 4 of which this year. So they're really making a huge push towards electric vehicles, and you know, there's a huge demand for them, which so it totally makes sense that they would do that. This here, let me switch the camera around again. This here is the LED lighting. Look at that. I mean, talk about premium, right? And you got these on both sides. So, super cool. Like, not something you'd expect in a little urban runabout, but there you go. There's the interior. This mirror over here is actually, that is really cool, because just like these side mirrors over here on either side, this one over here is also electronic. So if I flip this switch, it is a camera. And this is mounted in the black applique in the back, so it gives you a really broad field of view, totally unobstructed. So basically, if you were to, you know, bring out the, put on a normal kind of rear view looking thing, it would look like this, right? And you've got headrests in there and stuff, and you know, it's not, whereas this, it's just like completely open, a broad 180-degree view. So I thought it was a bit gimmicky, but I think at night it would be super useful. Here in the daylight, there's a bit of reflections. Obviously, it's a screen, so you're seeing all of this stuff taking place within it. But yeah, I mean, you know, huge panoramic sunroof. So this one that I'm driving is actually the advanced model. So basically that means that it's got 17-inch wheels. I'll show you that some more. 17-inch wheels instead of 16s. The cameras, however, are standard on both models, the advanced and the regular conventional standard one, which basically has 100 horsepower instead of 113 like this one does. But most importantly, they have the same amount of torque. So yeah, there you go. That's the Honda E. Slightly less aggressive. It's got, I mean, you know, I don't think it sits as well on its wheels. It doesn't have as good of a stance as the urban EV concept that was shown in Frankfurt. This is very much like the prototype E that we saw. I believe it would have been in Geneva last year. This is actually quite interesting. If you press this button, you've got a DC and an AC plug. So just kind of, you got your quick charging and your standard charging right in there. And really easy access. In the trunk, you've got two additional, cords, so that you can either plug it in on the normal kind of AC to your house or in the fast charging. The trunk itself isn't all that big, so one of these is for DC, fast charging, the other one for AC. And you got a little storage compartment down here, but nothing really to write home about, to be honest. It's smaller, I think, than a Mini's trunk, but it's still adequate for a little urban car. So there you go. That is the Honda. I wanted to call it the urban EV, but it's actually the Honda E. Very much a city car for the city, right? But it drives very well, and it looks very cute as well. So I think the reason why they went with this one as well, instead of going with the urban EV look, because both were apparently developed simultaneously, is that this is probably more of a crowd pleaser. This to me reminds me a lot of the VW Beetle, for example, something that is, you know, just everyone's gonna love it. It doesn't really rub anybody the wrong way, and I think it's a very good job from the Honda design team. So probably be seeing a few of these tooling around in Europe anyway. Yeah, cool. So take care, guys. I'll leave you with some beauty shots right now. All right.